What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Is It Good? Today, I'm going to have to ask you all to please put on your thinking glasses. All right, so if you haven't watched a Is It Good episode yet, I've done two before this. I'm basically just going through the decks of what we know has been revealed and confirmed for in the Pokemon Sword and Shield games, and looking at them at a competitive VGC standpoint, and if they will be good with what we know so far. Now, this is barring egg moves and move tutors, so we're just going with what we know, all right? Don't end me just because I just don't know it all right? Today, I wanted to look at Heliolisk. So Heliolisk, I've actually only ever played against it once in a tournament, and that was, I think, against, her name was Heather Rasinga, something like that. I know her name's Heather, and Heather, if you're watching this, it made me think of you. I played it in 2018 with like a hard rain team in California. It was actually really hard for me to beat because I was hard rained, but I saw it and I was like, this could be really cool to look at, especially because it has some cool abilities. So the first ability we'll look at before we'll look at Soul Power is Dry Skin. So Dry Skin is something that can be good for countering rain teams, obviously, and with its typing, Electric Normal, it can resist the Hurricane from Pelipper, and it can just absorb the water attacks from Ludicolo. So they're gonna have to attack it with the grass moves, ice moves, flying moves, and if you put an assault vest on it, it can become a pretty bulky check to rain. So some people have used it that way, but what I'm mostly interested in, being the hyper offense, hyper person that I am, I want to look at this bad boy, Solar Power, and put this guy on a Sun team. I've never done like a Sun team before, so I'm kind of interested to try to see if I can figure one out. But looking at its stats, Solar Power, I think, can benefit it really well. So Solar Power, if Sunny Day is active, makes this Pokemon special attack like 50% stronger. And then if you put a Choice Specs on, it makes it 50% stronger. So you're basically like making it like 100% stronger. Like, I think that's how the math works. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I did the math, and like 161 times 1.5 from Solar Power and another 1.5 from Choice Specs puts its special attack up into like the 330s, 350s, which is absolutely insanely strong. Not only that, it actually has some pretty good coverage and options for it to be used. So you have Volt Switch, so you can switch out of situations, obviously reposition the board, get your Sun up, Thunderbolt for just some good stab, Hyper Voice for good stab spread moves, and Grass Knot to take care of ground types, rock types, things like Gastrodon, things like Rhyperior, Hippopowdon, even Tyranitar. It hits it pretty hard. So I did a couple calcs because I wanted to see just how hard this thing hits, and guys, I was actually like super surprised. So if you run Thunderbolt, Hyper Voice, Grass Knot, Hyper Beam, if you take off Volt Switch if you want to, Hyper Beam is just like a massive nuke. Like, it is so strong against just like your standard like Belly Drum Snorlax. It has a 75% chance to KO. Guys, Snorlax, the monster, the beast, it can just get one shot from this special attack. It has special defense. The thing is huge. Not only that, Arcanine, which is going to be like the most annoying Intimidate setter of the meta so far, gets one shot from Thunderbolt. Now, bar, this is all in the sun, just so y'all know, this is all in the sun, so the weather control is everything. But one shot, boom, off the field, gone. It even almost just gets killed by Hyper Voice. You can just pair it with something like you can just pair it with something like a Ninetales or even a Torkoal as your drought setters, and just like Hyper Voice Heat Wave, and you'd probably kill it. That's nuts. What was something else? Oh yeah, I was looking at like some of the sand setters. So this okay, just for record, I know it doesn't have the craziest special defense and it doesn't get any boost. This is not in the sun. Grass Knot kills it. One shot. Boom. Heal-Whisk is so strong. I didn't realize it was so scary. How much does it do to a Groudon? Yeah, that's pretty good. 71 to 84, or you can just nuke it with Hyper Beam. Honestly, after like doing some of these calcs, it might be worth it just to run Hyper Beam over Volt Switch, and then like have some sort of bulky pivot mon, and then you can just like get out there and just like, if you need to, you can just blow something to the next dimension with Hyper Beam. Like, it's crazy strong. Crazy strong. I was looking at other Pokemon because we have the decks here of what's been revealed so far in Sword and Shield, and I was looking at other things that like threaten it, like Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr I know usually runs like Assault Vest, so I wanted to see what it does, and Thunderbolt still almost takes it out, and Hyper Beam for sure does in the sun. Like, so is it good? I'm just gonna go ahead and say, if you like to play hyper offensive and do damage like right out the gate and just like start like hitting things, yes, this thing is insanely good. Insanely good. I think it's very underrated, and I would love to see it come to light, come to fruition. I don't know how to say that word, guys. Fruition. Comment how I'm supposed to say that. Sound it out for me phonetically. And I think it could be really good, even if you want to use it. The only rain setter we've seen in the deck so far is Pelipper. And should we check to see how much Pelipper does to it? Yeah, so if you have on, let's say you have on Dry Skin, and let's throw on an Assault Vest, you're not getting touched, guys. You're not getting touched. It's a 7-hit KO. 7-hit KO from Pelipper. Ludicolo? Yeah, guys, you got nothing to worry about if you're using this. Like, you would have more than enough time to try to counter something, to switch it in on a water move, get your HP back. It even has a move called I think that would be really cool on a set like this. That's a healing electric move. Here it is, Parabolic Charge. So you could run Parabolic Charge on this with Dry Skin, Assault Vest, and use it as a check to rain teams. Hit the water types really hard because its special attack is over 100, like 109. That's not bad. And then you get 50% of your HP back. So not only are you hitting them incredibly hard, because it's, I don't think they have it, nope, they don't. Not only are you hitting it like incredibly hard, but like you're probably gonna get back most of that HP. So 60, yeah, so 35%, so you're getting about 15% back, give or take. And like you could out damage pretty much, because they'd have to focus you. That's good. I think that's really good, guys. If you're not thinking about it, I think you should. I think it could be really good. I think it has some options there that can really help you out and would be amazing to see go through. You could pair it with a Ninetales with Heatwave, Solar Beam, Sunny Day. This way you can, with a Focus Sash, this way you can keep the sun up as long as possible. Or if you wanted to just like use it as a lead, you could lead Torkoal. It's the slowest setter like in mankind, so you will have the sun, you know. And so you could do Eruption, Protect, Heat Wave, or you could even run Sunny Day on this if you wanted to, because more often than not, they're not going to lead their weather against you if you have the slower weather. So you could lead this, blow crap up with this guy, and Sunny Day predicting any switch-ins. Or you could run like a hybrid trick room team if you wanted to with Sunny Day. I don't know what to tell you guys. I was like just absolutely blown away by Heliolisk. I think it is going to be something well done. 6 shiny, that's a plus. That if it's well done, if it's put on a team that's there to help it like do its job, which is to destroy the other team with overwhelming power, it'll be absolutely phenomenal. It'll be a great mon. I could see it doing really good things in this next meta, and I think that it's something that maybe you should check out. But that'll be all for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed watching. I love doing these. After this week, I probably won't be able to do any more, and it will be my competitive moveset guide series, and we'll see what we do there. So thinking glasses off, everybody. Thank you for coming to my video, and we'll see you on the next one.